All right, give me 1 second. Five, four, three, two, one. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Junior Golf Podcast. I'm your host, Ro Thompson. And as always, we got a special guest on the podcast tonight. We have none other than Erik Erlenkeuser from the upstate of South Carolina. How you doing tonight, Erik?
Doing great. How you doing?
All right, I'm hanging in there pretty good, man. Good to have you on the broadcast tonight,
Sure.
man. I've been watching you all summer. Of course, you know you're in the SCJGA with my son John, and man, you've been tearing it up and a lot of wins. How many wins have you had this year?
Uh, one SCJGA and a couple high school events. I've
Okay,
gotten
okay,
uh I've gotten runner up. I've actually been in a couple playoffs to win and unfortunately lost
okay.
all of them, but that's okay.
So you could have had way more wins, right?
I could have had a couple more, yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. They're gonna be falling and so man, before we get into what you've been doing to really elevate your game. Tell us how you got into the game of golf.
So I've been playing golf for about 10 years. I've moved back and forth between the US and Germany. And so I
Okay.
played my first like stroke play tournaments over in Germany. Um, I love golf. I've uh, Originally it started from my grandpa. He kind of brought me into the game, and since I
Okay.
was little, I've wanted to be on tour, and I don't know, I just love the game.
Love the game, man. I tell you. So what is it about golf that just attracts you to the game?
For me, I like the challenge of it.
Okay.
You can never be perfect. There's always that one putt, that one shot that could have been closer. Um, to strive for perfection really kind of hooked me into it
Yeah.
because you can always get better. And I'm a perfectionist, and so I just love to do things that are challenging. And golf, I think, really fits my personality. So,
That's great. Well, you're doing something right, man. I don't know what it is you're doing, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit. So, what have you been doing lately to really elevate your game to the next level?
honestly, I think it's just that I've kind of slowed down growing, and my swing's kind of
Okay.
been able to lock in. So it hasn't really changed much, and I've gotten really used to it. I go out after, like in the summer, I'd play a bunch with my friends, and I think they kind of help me too because I play with like Bennett Scaletta. He's number one in the state.
Yes.
We're really good friends, and playing against him and other Teal Hannah members, we just get each other good. So,
That's good. So tell us a little bit about your practice routine. You know, you get to the course. What's the first thing you do when you get to the course?
um, normally, like right now during school, I'll just go out, hit a couple putts, just kind of loosen up, and then
Okay.
some like yesterday, I got a large bucket and just kind of warmed up with some wedges, then just kind of hit shots on the range, draws, fades, just really getting, where I can do it every time. And so I hit like a large bucket with that, with like irons. And then yesterday I went into the bunker and hit full bunker swings, kind of working on contact.
Right.
And because I think if you can hit out of a fairway bunker, you can hit it from any lie, tight lie, if it's in the rough. You really get that club control and being able to hit ball first and without skimming the grass behind it and being able to make perfect contact. So,
That's correct because that's a hard shot,
yeah,
a fairway bunker shot. You know, it's hard to
really
get that
good
shot accurate.
contact. Yeah.
That's
A lot of
correct.
times, I think people tend to like kind of overdo it and skull it. And even though it may seem like a good shot, it's not that perfect contact. And then obviously on the flip side, if you just hit just a fraction behind it, it's going about 50 yards. So,
Correct. You are so right. You're so right. So what do you feel like Erik is the strongest part of your game and why?
Um, Last weekend at the Orange Jacket, I think it was my course management.
Hmm.
I wasn't hitting at my best, and I was kind of playing for my misses and kind of allowed me to get close to some pins.
Hmm.
Um, when I'm playing really good, I think it's my irons and my wedges. I just get
Okay.
it like really close to the hole every time. Normally my driver's pretty good. I got Ping G 430. I got fit for that a couple months ago. Since
Okay.
then, I've kind of played really good.
Okay.
And uh,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Ping.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I actually got sponsored by Mizuno a couple weeks ago, kind of at the end of summer. And so I'm getting fit with them for irons, a driver, and some wedges. So excited for
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, strike Team Ping. It's Team Mizuno now, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what do you feel, Erik, is the weakest part of your game? The part that you really have to pay close attention to details and really work on that part. What is that?
Um, I would say probably my short game because
Okay.
chipping, uh, I don't really like when I'm playing really good, I don't really miss that many greens, so I'm not really chipping it that much, and uh, I do practice it, uh, on the putting green and chipping green, but I think really just getting like every single chip shot, every single like lies, it's so different between the shots. It's really for me kind of a tester to see if I can get up and down. Because when I play bad or when I, have a not so great score, missing
Right.
greens, and then I'm usually usually most of the time I get it up and down, but that's really I think what takes a lot of strokes off of it. So just being able
Yeah.
to get it close like every time is something I definitely need to work on.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to know that because that's the part that you got to definitely put some time in. Now, do you feel like you're playing your best golf ever?
Right now, no.
Yes. No?
No.
So you've played better before?
No. Well, yeah. So I've hit it better. A couple months ago,
Yes.
I was playing really
Okay.
good. Right now, I would say not really. I've started weightlifting at Teal Hannah, a weightlifting class. And
Yeah.
so I'm going through some muscular growth and changes and kind of
Okay.
throws my feel off a little bit. So
Yeah.
like last weekend at the Orange Jacket, I wasn't really hitting it that great to be honest. I was just kind of
Yeah.
playing for my misses and it kind of worked out. So and my putter was I was putting good. But
That's good.
yeah.
So let's talk about the orange jacket a little bit. You
Uh-huh.
know, you put two really good rounds together. And you brought home the orange jacket. I saw your picture online. So how did that feel, you know, putting two rounds together and actually closing it out? Were you nervous? I mean, talk us through the 2 days that you had to battle and get the victory.
So I like my warm-ups before tournaments shorter. I like them between 30 and 40 minutes. So
Okay.
on the
Not
range,
an hour.
no. So on the range, I
Yeah,
just hit, I just get loose on the range.
right.
I didn't have that great of a range session the first day. I was hitting my driver really well on the course the first day, but I wasn't able to get it up and down with my wedges. And so at basketball, it's really easy to, go low. And there's a lot of like birdie holes, and wasn't quite performing as well as I would have expected. And so then I went home after the round. I played with Bennett. We hit balls on the range, played 9 holes, just kind of, you know, so I ended up playing 27 holes that day, but just getting a little
Right.
extra practice in before. And then the next
Right.
day on the range, I was hitting a lot better. Uh, I started off kind of slow. I parred hole one, which is a very easy birdie.
Yeah.
and I birdied five, and then on seven, I kind of aimed out to the middle of the green, tried to hit a draw, and my miss
Hmm.
was a pull, and the pin was all over on the left, and so I pulled it and it ended up being like 6 feet and made birdie. And
It's
then
perfect.
yeah, and then
That's one of those. That's one of those decade. Shout out to Scott Fawcett. That's one of those decade course management tips. Play away from the flag, and if you accidentally pull it, it's right there next to the flag.
right. So I was trying to hit it about 20 feet right, just hit it on the green, and I pulled it a little
Yeah.
bit, ended up short birdie putt. And
Yeah.
then I three putted hole eight, and then I parred nine and bogey 10. So nine's a drivable par four, so that really felt like a bogey to me. I felt like I made three kind of mistakes on those three holes.
Right.
And then I parred 11, and then 12 is where things got started. So I
Mm.
was, I was checking through the leaderboard. I'm like four shots back, something like that. And I kind of missed it to the right on 12, and I hit a really good putt, made a 20 footer.
Hmm.
Then the next hole, I had about 135 in.
Hmm.
My miss, just hitting a straight shot as I did on the last hole is a little bit right. So I aimed about 15 feet left of the pin. The wind's going left, and I just tried to hit a straight shot just in left side of the green, and I ended up missing it right. Ended up being 8 feet, and I got was able to make that putt. And then I parred the next hole. Then the par five, I was up right next to the fence, and I about 40 yards. I got hit it
Hmm.
really great shot to about six
All right.
feet and made it for birdie.
Nice.
And then I had a little bit of trouble in 16, and I'm looking at the leaderboard. I'm tied for the lead.
All of
Uh,
a sudden.
yeah, so I made three birdies in four holes, and I'm tied for the lead. And 16, I go a little bit left. I have to hook like a seven, and it ends up
Yeah.
right at the green. And then what I talked about earlier, I mishit my chip. I went over the entire green, and
What?
then yeah,
Wow.
I hit it
Wow.
just like a groove low as a like a,
Wow.
and I landed just on the green, kind of skipped forward on the downslope, and then I chipped in for par coming back, and I was pumped about that.
Yes.
And then
That saved your stroke.
I was able to stay in the lead or stay tied for the lead. Then I was looking at it. I was like, I need at least one more birdie coming in. I knew 18 was a par five I could birdie, but I hit it great tee shot on 17 and was able to hit a
Hmm.
wedge close and make birdie there. And then on 18, I kind of had a one shot lead, but I didn't want to play it safe because I knew someone could come in with some more birdies, so I stayed
Yeah.
aggressive. I ended up on the front of the green in two and two putted for another birdie, and that sealed the deal.
That's still the deal. So you shot what did you shoot day one and day two?
Day one, I shot 70. Day two, I shot 66 with five birdies in the last
66.
seven holes.
That's a great tournament, man. Great tournament round.
Yes, sir. Thank
So
you.
great tournament win for you. And so besides the orange jacket, what's been your other uh big win that you felt you've had this year besides the orange
Um,
jacket?
so my I've had a couple. I would s my uh right after I got fit for the driver and I got the driver in the bag. I played in the Carolina Boys Junior Championship in I think
Mhm.
it was in
Was that at Mount Vantage?
yes, Mount Vintage.
Yes, yes.
So first day, I shot 65, my lowest
That's a
tournament
good
round
round.
ever. And then
Okay, okay.
I,
That's your
I,
personal best?
yes, sir. And
Good,
then
good.
I followed it up with a 71, 72, and ended up in a playoff. So we go through, we make pars on the first three or four holes. On the fifth hole, my opponent makes a 25 footer to stay in the match. And
Wow.
then we both birdied the sixth hole. And then
Hmm.
the seventh hole, unfortunately, I missed a six footer for birdie, and he made his putt for birdie, so I ended up losing in seven holes.
Okay. So you was
And then so
close to winning that
I
one
was
too.
that close. I
Yeah,
was that close. And
that's good.
um then I actually had a 1 day break, and then I played in a notable gay qualifier in regional in Georgia,
Yeah.
and I shot 66-70 in that tournament.
Okay. That was at UGA, right?
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
I tied for first, lost in a 5-hole playoff, but I qualified overall, so I was fine. The playoff didn't really
Good.
matter that much.
So
And then,
we'll see you on TV about a month or two, right?
yes, sir, or first week in November, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the very next day, I I I played in North Carolina at the Carolina Junior Boys Championship,
Hmm.
and I shot 65 the first day. And then I was playing good, and then
Yes.
I
Yes.
kind of had a bad start. I was three over through two, and came back and shot a 72 the second day. But I
Gotcha.
finished around top five in that tournament, I think.
Okay.
But
Okay.
so I played like 7 tournament rounds in 8 days, and with
Wow.
like two
It's a lot of golf.
65s, a 66. I think I averaged like 67 point something or 68 for those tournament rounds. But I was playing some good golf then.
That's good. That's good, man. Because we're gonna get into that in just a minute because we're getting ready to get into some next level stuff in a minute. But before we get into college and pro, talk to me about what have you been doing on the mental part of your game because golf is not a game of perfect, and
Right.
sometimes you're gonna struggle like you said earlier. You did struggle a little bit in the orange jacket, but what are you telling yourself on the course to keep you calm, cool, and collected to be able to play some good golf?
Um, I think it's just staying in the moment and knowing that you still have a chance. For me, I love the pressure. I love, being shaky on that last putt. I love,
Hmm.
I just, the adrenaline, I thrive in it. And so when I get that adrenaline going, I mean, it's game on. And I don't know, I just love that feeling. But when I'm playing bad, I normally just try to, if I don't have a chance, I just normally try to just enjoy the moment and, just, I mean, I can't change anything with how I'm playing. It's just one of those days, and I just, look at the benefits. So
There you go. Now, do you work with a mental performance coach as of
I
yet?
I do not. Um,
Not yet. Okay, that'll come.
I don't know. I just, yeah,
It'll come.
I don't know. I just do
Yeah.
my thing.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're shooting 65 and 66 and 67, you might not need one right now.
See,
That's good. Now, so now we we're getting into college recruiting season. Do you have a dream school or two that you would love to go to if you had an opportunity?
um, not really.
Okay.
Um, I want to go to a college that offers the best competition and the best coaches and tournaments to play in. Practice facilities are really important to me, the atmosphere, allowing me
Yeah.
to become the best golfer I can.
Right.
Because my ultimate goal is to be on tour one day. It's been my dream since I was little.
That's
And
great.
so just, I guess, any college that offers, the things I listed are really important to
Yeah.
me. So normally
That's great.
typically they're D1 schools, but you know, we'll see what happens.
All right. So let's say a college coach gets a hold of this podcast.
Uh-huh.
Why should why should this coach recruit you?
Because I give 100%, in everything I do.
Right.
Um, I work really hard,
Okay.
and I seek to not only elevate me, but to also elevate others.
Okay.
I think
So
that's,
you like helping your teammates?
yes, sir. I have three younger sisters, and they
Oh,
they ask for some tips a lot.
they play golf too?
Yes, sir.
Also, also we got the family. So you're the oldest.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I got to look out for the sisters coming along then, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how old are your sisters there?
Sarah, the oldest one, she's 15.
Okay,
She's a sophomore
coming.
this year.
Okay,
Then the next one, the middle child, is Hannah. She
okay,
is 13, I think. And then
okay,
the youngest one is 10. It's just,
okay. So not too far apart.
no, so we're
Good.
all we're
Good.
tightly knit, so look
All
out for
right.
each
Well,
other.
good. There you go. That's good. Get along pretty good. Now, y'all get a chance to play together sometimes.
Yeah, so if I'm not playing a tournament or like practicing, preparing, then I'll go out sometimes with Hannah and Sarah and kind of go chip around on
Mhm.
like hole six, which is a hole close to where I live and
Yeah.
at Cobb's Glen. And so we'll just go out and practice in the evening sometimes or hit balls in the range. And it's fun. So,
Okay. So you're up there by Cobb's Glen. That's where they're going to do the with Jackie Sewell, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 All right. And so we got the college thing coming, and you probably if you aren't getting calls, you're probably getting ready to start getting some calls, because you're a junior, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. So they you
Yeah,
know
they just started.
they just started. Okay. Great. 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 All right. So next, let's talk about the next level. You mentioned a couple of times that you want to give the next level a shot. Um, so who are some of your favorite PGA Tour players?
Um, Rory McIlroy is my number one. I've loved him since
Why you like Rory so much?
probably because when I first started getting into golf, it was
Hmm.
about 2013, 2014. He was playing really good, some really good golf. He was, the young guy. He kind of inspired me when I was little. And
Right.
he's had some rough couple of years in terms of majors, but he'll definitely break through. But I just really love his passion for the game and being what he does is incredible. So and then some other mentions are Jordan Spieth. I really like him. Scotty Scheffler,
Okay.
and Tiger Woods too. But
Good. So if you could, so Eric, if you could put your dream foursome together, what three players would you pick to go play with?
um, number one is probably my grandfather who got me into the game.
That's a good
Uh,
pick. Shout out to Grandpa.
uh, I would next Rory,
Okay.
just to be able to meet him and play with him,
All right. Got one more.
and then
No pressure though.
we'll go probably. I'm deciding either between one of my friends
Oh yeah,
or
because I'm getting ready to I'm getting ready to hit you with a question in just a minute.
probably
Got
Bennett
one more.
Scaletta
I
because
did. I knew you was gonna say Bennett. I was gonna say now. Bennett gonna call you after the podcast and say why you didn't pick me. No, I'm just teasing.
yeah, I've known him since I moved back most recently from Germany when I
Okay,
was in like sixth grade. So we've known each other for a while. I played my first tournament over here with him actually. So
that's great.
we've
Now
yeah,
y'all on the same high school team too?
yes sir.
Oh, y'all trouble. Y'all trouble. Y'all in
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah, we've
All right. So, huh?
so we've got a good chance for three in a row.
Oof. All
We
right.
win
That's
we won
good.
we won
Now what's
state
now what's
past
what's
two
the name of
years.
your high school team?
Teal Hannah.
Okay, TL Hannah. Yeah, yeah,
Yes
yeah.
sir.
Y'all got a rock. Y'all got a good team. Good deal. All right. So I got a segment that I do on my podcast, and you got to pick a player.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Or you can tap out. So you can pick a player, and if it's too hard for you to pick a certain player, you can just say, "Bro, I tap out on that. I don't want to. I don't want to get into that one." So
Okay.
would you rather play with Brooks Koepka or Brian DeChambeau?
Uh, Probably Bryson. I think he's really changed in terms of his attitude and
Yeah.
maturity. I think he's become a really good person.
Yeah.
I think Brooks Koepka, he does some things that I don't really approve.
Right.
He doesn't like have the best lifestyle, but I think I'd definitely pick Bryson just because, he's well
Okay.
also yeah, he's I would just pick Bryson. So
Okay. Good deal. All right. Scotty Scheffler or Xander Schauffele?
uh definitely Scotty because
Okay.
I just love his attitude towards the game.
Okay.
He's very humble and he's the best ball striker in the world, so it'd be
All
nice
right.
to play with him. So
Yeah, that's right. All right. Tiger Woods or Roy McIlroy? Hey, you can tap out if you want to. That
nah.
that means it's hard. Tiger. You got Tiger or Roy? Who you picking?
I'm picking Rory.
Okay.
He's been my childhood uh star since I was, little and
Okay.
he because I grew up right after Prime Tiger. I didn't know who Tiger was until like
Right.
2019 when he
Oh,
started playing
really?
again. Yeah, I had no
Okay.
idea who he was. Like I've never seen him play. And
Okay.
so I've known Rory the longest on tour. Yeah, I'd pick him.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Jack or Arnie?
Probably Jack Nicklaus. I
Okay.
think he's a one of the greats, and I know Arnie is too. But
No doubt.
I, just it'd be nice to kind of meet him and
Yeah.
kind of yeah, just get to know him. So
There you go. I know it's a little bit of a tough one. Rest in
yeah,
peace, Arnie. But yeah, that's a good pick. All right. Jordan Spieth or Justin Thomas?
probably Jordan. I mentioned
Okay.
him earlier in my
You
top four
did.
golfers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just I think he's pretty funny. My mom likes him too, so be see get a picture with him, send it to my mom.
That's That's good. That's good. Now, do you go to Eric? You go to any PGA events?
I've never been to one actually. I've been to
Yeah.
the Porsche Open in 2017 in
Okay.
Germany when I lived in Germany, and but other than that, I haven't been to a single tour event, surprisingly.
Okay. Well, you got one. You got one up there. The Corn Ferry event, the BMW Pro Am.
Oh, I did caddy. I did
Oh, you
caddy
did?
for yeah, I did caddy for that.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I guess that counts, but I
Yeah, a
caddied
little bit.
for my best friend's dad. He
Okay.
doesn't play golf. Like my friend doesn't play golf, but his dad plays
Okay.
golf, and he was a sponsor there, and I was able to caddy for
Oh,
him
great.
at Thornblade. So it was really fun.
Okay. Great. 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 Now, Eric, what's in the bag? Because I know you said you got some ping stuff and you just got
Mhm.
sponsored by Mizuno. Have you
Yeah.
picked out your clubs? Are you still in the middle of your fitting or
I'm
what's going on
so
with that?
I'm getting fit next weekend, the
Okay.
21st.
Okay.
I'm gonna get like a full bag fitting. So irons, wedges, 3 wood maybe, and driver, maybe 2 iron too. Uh, right now I have Scotty Cameron Golo 2 putter.
Okay. Right.
It's center
That's the
shafted.
mallet. That's the mallet.
Yes, sir. And then
Okay.
I have Vokey wedges, Titleist. I have
Mm,
Wilson CB irons that I've had for 3.5 years. They're getting a little worn. And
yeah.
then I've got the Ping G430 driver
Yeah.
and the relatively new Titleist uh, 3 wood and TSR 3 wood and Titleist U505 2 iron driving iron.
Okay. Okay. That's a good setup right there. And do you have anything, Eric, in the bag that's like a good luck charm where you gotta have it in the bag every time you go to tournaments?
Um,
Just a good luck piece.
I put some stuff in there for good luck when I was like maybe 10,
Okay.
but
Okay.
not really.
Not really
It's
now.
uh no, I
You
just
probably You
all I
probably try to
need,
make sure your bag is light as possible, right?
yeah. I mean, all
Yeah,
I need is golf balls, tees, and clubs. So,
right. You probably like John. He doesn't really care for anything extra in his bag. He carries one of those ping feather lights or whatever, and he doesn't
yeah.
like anything extra in his bag.
Yeah, I don't have many extra things, I would say. I mean, I have,
Yeah,
plenty of tees and
yeah.
Sharpies and all the equipment, but yeah, I mean, I don't have really anything I put in my bag. I do have a four-leaf clover from my
Oh,
grandma that she picked
yeah.
out for me.
Okay.
I keep it in there, but
See, that's your magic. That's your good luck charm.
yeah, maybe I
It's
don't know.
helping you win. It's helping you win right now.
It could be.
Yeah, you never know. Good. Well, listen, man, this has been a great episode. How can our listeners find you on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? How can our listeners follow you?
So I have an Instagram account. Uh, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much social media, but
Perfect. Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
my Instagram, yeah, Erik
Okay.
Erlenkeuser.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, listen, Eric, as we wrap up the podcast, um, I want you to give your best parting shout to junior golfers that are coming up. What would you say to those junior golfers out there that's trying to get better? What would you recommend to them? If it's something that you would have done a long time ago, or what would you tell those junior golfers out there that right now?
So I have a couple things for that. Number one, just practice a bunch. Just find things, get a swing coach, get whether it's like a professional or just your grandpa's friend or whatever, just someone who can kind of help you and improve your swing, and then just put in the time in and practicing. I think it's really important. I think nowadays with social media and YouTube, there's so many different things that you can research and watch and learn from.
Right.
I think that's why people are getting so good so quickly nowadays, is because
Mhm.
there's so many more resources available. And then adding to the research part, I would research different bigger tournaments to try to get into, and playing under that higher pressure. I think that gets people really good, and just
Yeah.
sticking with it, having fun, just being able. I've
Yeah.
had my lows and highs, and throughout my lows, I mean, I've, I haven't really considered quitting, but I think some people have, and
Yeah.
just being able to stick with it is just a really big part too, I think. Just giving it your best.
That's good. Yeah, Tuger, the new golf ranking system, they're getting ready to come out with a piece. I talked to Jeff. They're getting ready to come out with a piece on their rankings, and they're going to list the events that have the strongest fields. And so that's going to really help people identify what tournaments to play. Like you said, those high pressure tournaments, and that's going to help the junior golfers out there. So Eric, who would you like to thank, man? Coach. Would you like to thank mom and dad,
Uh,
coaches? Who you want to give
yeah.
a shout out to that's helped you along this junior golf journey so far?
Um, Definitely God for giving me the ability to play,
That's right.
uh, giving me the opportunities. My parents too for financially supporting me and driving me to tournaments and giving me my best chance at getting on tour. My grandfather for bringing me
Yeah.
into the game.
Right.
My sisters for just and friends for having fun sometimes and providing me with the best competition at all times.
That's
Being
right.
able to play against high competition at all times is, that gets you better. Play with better players gets you better. Um, I'd like to thank my swing coach, Todd Ellison. He's out at Southern Oaks. My high
Okay.
school
Shout out to
coach,
Todd.
yeah, Coach Eric Bana. He's at Teal Hanna, my high school coach.
Okay.
Um, Also, I would like to thank Cobb's Glen for allowing me to play and practice and using it as my home course. So
That's right. Good, man. Well, great, Eric. Man, appreciate you being on,
yeah.
and good luck this fall.
One,
You know, I know we're going to
one more
see you.
thank you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
want to
Go ahead.
thank you for inviting me into this podcast and allowing me to share my journey and wisdom to others. So,
Thank you, man. You've laid it out, and I know you're getting ready for the fall. We got some big tournaments coming up, right?
yes, sir.
We got the I don't you gonna play in the Henry or no?
Uh, I think I signed up for it. I was gonna
Okay.
play in the Death Daniel, but I don't think I got accepted into that.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. That's a
that's
hard one to get
yeah.
into. It is.
I think either if I'm not gonna play in the Henrys, then for sure, the Players Championship, Fall
Yeah, the
Challenge.
players in the
Uh,
fall challenge, right?
this weekend, actually, I'm going up tomorrow for practice round. I'm playing at the Creed.
Yeah.
Playing at Jimmy Anderson, CGA.
Yeah.
Uh, so it's a couple of
Those are
good
all
bit of
good tournaments.
tournaments. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good bit of tournaments. The fall's gonna be busy. So we'll see you out on the tour, man. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for being on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for inviting me and giving me the opportunity.
All right.
How would I do?